It's happening.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the last and final 2021 IB Black Girl Pitch event. I am Nikki Brown, and I have my co-host here with me, Melinda Williams.
Hello.
And before we do our introductions, I just want to thank you all for coming because today you all are going to hear from some amazing women doing some amazing things in the beauty and apparel arena. Before we go into those dope women, I do want to give an overview of Ivy Black Girl for anyone joining in today who might be meeting with us for the first time. First of all, thank you for spending your afternoon with us. But I want to make sure you know what Ivy Black Girl is all about so that you feel comfortable in this space. First of all, Ivy Black Girl started back in 2017. I remember going to that first event. It was a dream child of Ashley Spivey and Jay Warren Teamer. And they really were just trying to get some ladies together for a quick kiki and brunch, a little music, little DJ. And what they thought would be, a couple dozen women hanging out in a space ended up being over 100 women coming together and really asking, how do we make this thing happen all the time? And with that, Ashley and Jay decided, let's make this thing real. And so in 2017, IB Black Girl officially launched. We have 4 books of work. 3 of them you might know very well. One of them might be new to you. The first book of work we have is what you're here doing with us today, our Grow book. So in our Grow work, what we're really doing is trying to help remove the barriers that keep Black women, girls, and femme entrepreneurs from being great, from putting their products out there, right? We're trying to get them access to capital because even though we are one of the largest growing segments of entrepreneurs, we receive the less capital investment, the least amount of capital investment. So Grow is really trying to help eliminate that as best as possible. We then have our Connect work, where really it is about just connecting Black women, girls, and femmes together in a positive way, creating space for us to engage organically. We then have our Give book of work, which is our philanthropic arm, ran by Jay Warren Teamer. And that is where we really try to invest in those organizations that are doing the community work, that are centered in volunteerism and nonprofits. Our newest book of work is Take Action. And this is where we're starting to look at the governing things that are getting in the way of us just being, right? So one thing I want you to know is that while you're here today, this will be like in no other event you participated in. We're not trying to be, we're not putting our telephone voices on, as we say. We are allowing ourselves to just be as dope as Black women, being here, celebrating each other, and really making sure that these women entrepreneurs get fed into and that we support them in all their business ventures. So with that being said, what will this day look like? Before I introduce our judges, I want to take a moment to just acknowledge our sponsors. Spreetel is the event sponsor. This is our 3rd annual pitch event, the 2nd that's been virtual. And Spreetel is bringing that to you here today. Our prize package sponsors are Bank of the West, Centrist, and Millwork Commons. And none of this would be possible without our fiscal sponsors, Women's Fund of Omaha. They back us in everything we do. Their continued support, and so we thank you. So with that being said, I want to take a pause, give my co-host an opportunity to introduce herself, looking like a dream in white. Melinda.
Thank you, my dear. Well, hello, lovelies and friends. So glad y'all could be here with us today. I am Melinda Williams, as Nikki said. I am a part of the advisory committee for Ivy Black Girl and helping lead the Grow work and also development of the business catalyst that is to launch this year. Super excited about that. And then also I own and founded a financial planning firm with my father in South Carolina, but now serving Omaha as well. So I'm happy to be here and excited to be a part of this event.
Thank you, Melinda. She's our hostess with the mostest. And I am Nikki Brown. My day job is working in equity and inclusion at Bank of the West as a function owner. And my side job, I like to say, is anything I can do to make money, exploiting all talents, right? So serial entrepreneur here, trying to find ways to, create that legacy. But now I want to take the moment to introduce you to our dope queens, our judges, who, if you haven't heard their names just around the city, then I'm putting you on game today, okay? So I first want to take a moment to introduce to you Ashley Kuhn, who is the president of the Blair Freeman Group, which Blair Freeman Group is the only Black women-owned construction management company in the state of Nebraska. And I don't know how many Black women-owned construction management companies there are in the United States, but
Right.
you know, I'm guessing not that many. Hello, Ashley.
Hello, hello. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Time now on your Saturday.
Perfect. And then we have next after her, Joanna LaFleur Ajike, who is the communications and events manager at Film Streams. She's the owner of LaFleur Creative, and she's just what we call a community connector and creative at heart. So, hello, Joanna.
Welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Does she look creative? Look at that. Look at the background. Look at the scene. Y'all better get into her energy, okay? And then our last judge is actually our second annual pitch contest winner. It is Sabrina Mahupete, and Sabrina is the owner and operator of Jadamte Mobile Nail Bar. Hello, Sabrina.
Hi, thanks for having me.
On Thursday, saw going down Maple Street on his way to do business and serve the community. So I was like, oh.
Yes.
Thank you.
If y'all see her big old mobile truck going around, try to pull her over and get you a pedicure, okay?
Right.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you, judges. We're going to actually pop you backstage where you can watch and listen, and we're preparing to introduce our first pitch contestant. Super excited to introduce this young lady, Mrs. Charlotte Cox Blackstone, owner and operator of Growl and Grace. This clothing line looks to center the power of the person who wears the product. Growl and Grace seeks to acknowledge the spiritual, emotional, and physical balance that it takes to operate daily as a Black woman or femme in this community. Welcome, Charlotte.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I am really, really excited to be able to present this business to everyone that is watching. Growl and Grace, like you said, is about balance. And it came about out of kind of a really weird situation at work where I ended up having to step in for my coworkers who were being yelled at the time, pretty much. And it's something that we always have to do as Black women is we always have to step in and toe that moral line. And that was last year in October. And a little bit later, I think I said something like, you got to have a little growl and you got to have a little grace. And I just put that on Facebook. And then that stuck with me. And I thought about it and I thought about it. And I was like, there's something there. It's about balance. It is about figuring out your intuitive balance, which means to me, what are the things that make you happy? What are the things that make you feel full as a wife or a mother or working full time? Where does your balance lie? We are going to be about finding and upholding your personal boundaries, perseverance, focus. We want to stand in a space to amplify the voices of those who may feel unheard. We want to make sure that we've got a unisex feel. We want to make sure that everyone feels comfortable in our products. And it kind of just came about because I needed to make sure that I was emotionally balanced between work, home, and kids. We want to bring energy, a different type of energy to the fashion world. Gender neutral. I want to amplify inclusive clothing and just present a really fun and colorful, consistent message of finding who you are and embracing your spots, pretty much. How do you show up? I talk about the pause and what I wanted to get into as far as that was concerned. And that is just that split second of every day, many times a day, I'm sure, that you have to wait. You have to just pause for just a second and figure out, how are you going to show up in that moment? How are you going to react? Is it going to be felt that you are being too aggressive or not aggressive enough? Is somebody going to try to push that boundary of taking advantage of your kindness and seeing it as weakness? All of those things you have to evaluate in that split second. And that's where this logo, I wanted it to be a visual cue to just bring yourself back to center, stop for a second, and then move forward. I really wanted to bring in multi-layered symbolism, whether it is the clean and classic palette. We have got physical and spiritual attributes of the leopard and the Black Panther. Just making sure that everyone can style this in a way that is comfortable, whether you dress it up, whether you dress it down. I want for everybody to feel comfortable in this brand. My cost structure right now is a value-driven cost structure. Excuse me. How does it make you feel? What do you feel when you put on the shirt and you see the reaction to it? It's not super costly right now for me to produce. And I do want to eventually bring this into a more lifestyle brand. I do interior design. I love plants. I love gardening. And I want to make sure that eventually we go from just a t-shirt, sweatshirt, that we can evolve that into something more. And right now my engagement is mostly female presenting customers between 25 and 45. I would like to eventually evolve this again into more than just my clothing line. With the grants, I would love to purchase more of the on-hand inventory. I want to establish a business line of credit and a decent savings, cover all of the web hosting, monthly fees, buy an iPad so that I can do some work while I'm sitting in the bed with the kids and not having to be separated from them. It would just be great to be able to do a photo shoot, some marketing content, and pour into my brand ambassadors. I've got 3 really great brand ambassadors that have helped me push this line. And they all represent to me what the customer would be. They are all extremely diverse, talented, and they just make this world a better place. I'm so happy that they're on my team. I don't know. I thought I would have a whole lot more to say about this whole thing. And I probably racked my brain trying to figure out exactly how I wanted this to come across. But at the end of the day, I just want to make sure that the message of finding your balance and learning who you are as a person is, brought to the forefront. So I think that would be it.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Charlotte. We're going to now bring our judges in. For the audience online, if you have questions that you would like to pose to Charlotte, please go ahead and put that in the comments. We will make time to ask those questions if you have them. So with that being said, we have 10 minutes for for the evaluators to ask questions and get responses. That time starts now.
I'll jump in. Can you hear me all right? Hi.
Yeah.
One of the things I was hoping to hear from you, and so hopefully you can expand on this. Who do you feel like, or if you've done any research on, is your current competition?
That's a loaded question.
Okay.
Reason being, is that the way that I view competition, well, actually, let me stop. I'll say the people that I admire locally is the Milk the Game brand. I think he has done a really great job of scaling his business, starting from a really simple idea and scaling it to the point where there is a ton of merchandise. It's all over the US. And so I would say that that is what I would want to model, his scaling abilities. I also love Racism Sucks, which she is a local, one of my best friends, Tasha Leray, and just how she's been able to take such a simple, powerful message and branch that out into so many other avenues. So those would be the ones that I would say I will model myself after.
Thank you.
All right, I'll jump in. First of all, I love your logo. It really makes me think
Thank
of like
you.
that code switch that we all have to do on a day-to-day basis.
Yes,
Totally,
yes.
it captures that. So I love it. My first question is currently t-shirts. Is that what you sell, or do you do t-shirts and sweatshirts? What is the current offering right now?
Current offering is t-shirts and sweatshirts. I would like to get into some joggers that can go, probably I would start off with black because that can go with anything. Right now it is just t-shirts and sweatshirts.
Okay. And then right now, what's your easiest and most successful like marketing tool? Like what do you use to get out to your current customers?
Right now I am using Facebook, and that links directly to my website, and then IG as well. I have decided, and it came about very much so as a full rush of information. When I decided I was going to do this, everything about how I wanted to brand, how I wanted to put myself out there, and how I wanted it to be received all kind of came to me at the same time. So I just have decided that I'm going to show anybody that sends me pictures, post pictures, tags pictures online. I share it and I reshare it because I want, first of all, their circle will see that. And then second of all, it's just showing that everybody can wear this brand. I know we're supposed to be trying to hone in on one group of people or one type, but I try to show many different body types, gender neutral. I mean, whoever buys this, I will repost it just because I want everybody to know that it is available and great for everyone.
I love that. And so my last question is, what is your biggest obstacle as a business right now? Like if you could identify, this is the one thing that I really want to overcome. What is the biggest obstacle that you're battling with your business?
My biggest obstacle right now is just coming out of pocket for everything. Everything that I have done up to this point has been based off of my full-time job. So being able to put money aside to where I know that our monthly, the overhead, like I said, the overhead to produce isn't a lot, but I'm not taking a salary or anything like that. Everything that I get goes back into this brand. So to be able to put some of that aside, be able to expand my marketing a little bit more and do more advertising on a regular basis between Facebook, IG, that would be huge for me.
Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And we do have a question from the audience from Cindy Cleary. Do you expect to expand your line beyond clothing? We heard about the joggers. How about into accessories?
Accessories. Well, that's kind of a subjective term, I think, but yes. So at one point I did a pair of socks that I really loved. Hats I think are always good. That would probably be my next thing, would be hats are probably the easiest to kind of get into. I don't know what else I would do at this exact moment that I would want to bring into the brand. But hats would be an easy one that I would go for.
Perfect. I want to make time. Sabrina, did you have any questions?
I do like the name Growl and Grace, and I do love the T-shirt you're wearing now.
Thank you.
I know one of the things that you mentioned is that uh, you want to make sure that there's balance, which is kind of what the brand is. How are you making sure that running a business, having a family, and working full time, how are you making sure that you're living your brand?
That's a great question. So I tend to compartmentalize. So, and that is very difficult for me to, I will say that. It is very difficult for me to compartmentalize, but that's what I'm doing right now. This last year has been a year of discovery for me. This all kind of came about like last October. And it was one of those things where I needed to do this for myself. Kids are getting a little bit older. They're able to kind of handle themselves for a couple minutes while I'm doing some work on the brand, while I'm packaging things to get shipped out. The way that I am trying to live this is to show that you can do what you want, the things that make you happy. And it is okay to sometimes step away from your job in terms of they don't need you 24 hours a day, not all the time. Your family, when you need some time, couple minutes, mom needs a few minutes. Mom needs a few minutes. That's what that pause is about. It's just like, okay, every day when I get ready to go to work, I have to stop and it's like, okay, what's this day going to be like? Type of thing. And so it's always just being mindful, showing intent, and making sure that the impact that I have as a person, whether it's as a friend or spouse or mother, is more positive than negative. I want for people to remember me and to think of me in more of a positive light. And so I would say that's what I'm trying to do as far as balance is concerned.
So we have about 2.5 minutes left. I want to get to the audience question, but before I go there, I do want to ask the evaluators, do you all have another question that you'd like to ask with the 2.5 minutes?
No, I don't.
Okay. So it looks like we have one from the audience. What is your price point and what sizes do you offer?
Price point is, they start at $25. My t-shirts do. They go up to roughly 46, 47, 48 for the larger sweatshirts. I offer unisex sizing, and it is between extra small and 4X. So a really good size range. And I wanted to make it so that it was affordable. You didn't feel like you were breaking the bank, but that it's something that can last and you can wear it and style it however you want to, however many times, and feel like you got your money's worth.
Okay, judges, we have about 90 seconds. Any other questions?
No, but thank you. You should be proud of yourself.
Very good job.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Perfect. Well, one last question. I see a quick and easy one from the chat is, do you ship outside of Omaha? Do you ship to other states?
Yes, I do. I have made it to California, Georgia, North Carolina, Chicago, and I'm sure there's some place that I'm forgetting. Did I say Chicago? I did. So yes, I would love to be able to expand that beyond the U.S. eventually. But
we are at time.
Yes,
Perfect. Thank you for answering that. Thank you so much, Charlotte. We'll put you back in backstage. Good job.
Okay. Thank you so much.
That is Growl and Grace. Perfect. So now with our timing, what we're going to do now is turn it over to our next business owner. This young lady, Miss Tiara O'Neill, is the owner and operator of I Am Curvy Red. And I Am Curvy Red serves as one of the few boutiques that caters exclusively to curvy and plus size women in the Omaha community. Welcome, Tiara.
Hi. Thank you so much. So I'll wait for the slides to come up, and I have a quick YouTube video for my introduction. Is there some volume? Bear with us, you guys, if you could hear me.
Maybe. Was there no sound?
No.
Okay, sorry. Do you want me to present it again at the end?
If you could try to, yeah, that'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll just go right back in.
Is there sound?
No.
Hold on one second.
Okay.
Hey, Nikki. Hey, we are working this tech out. Nikki, is there a means of sharing the sound? I turned it up on.
You need to be on screen for you since you're running the tech to play the sound. So just play it at the end or pause.
Yeah, and also make sure you don't have your sound bar muted. It looks like it might be muted on your YouTube screen too for the video.
Okay. Nope, it's live. And let's see. Let me back out here, the full screen. I'm sorry, T.
These things happen.
And it's all the way up. Ashley, I think Ashley might be able to. 1 second. Ashley, are you able to play that? It's still not working for me.
Yeah, I need a second to pull it up. So just so that we're respectful of Tiara's presentation, Tiara, are you okay if we play it at the end as kind of a wrap up?
Oh, absolutely.
And I can help Melinda get it queued up.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so Melinda, just go ahead and go back to our slides.
Alrighty, thank you.
Turn my little lighting on. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tiara, owner and operator of I Am Curvy Red. Be bold, beautiful, and confident. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. There we go. So I wanted to kind of jump into 3 of the problems that I Am Curvy Red solves. One would be location, location, location. I'm very proud to be one of the first Black-owned boutiques to solely focus on our Curvy Plus women, or all that think they may apply. We are located off of the North 48th Street exit and the 9910 building, and we're in Suite 112. The second would be sizing and fabrics. All of the items are carefully selected and they're checked for any flaws. Y'all got sound? Okay. They're checked for any flaws by myself before they're displayed or dispatched to any customers that are out of state. I do a lot of my own advertisement too for these purposes. I also can't wait to get into utilizing some of my customers or friends that would like to model for me. Just kind of waiting for some COVID things to wrap up. but I can't wait for that to come about. When you talk about sizing and fabric, a lot of times we're misled. Our models that we see in the advertisements, they'll be curvy plus, but they'll have a lot of height to them. So it misses out on the 5'5" with brown eyes, smell like the sunshine, such as myself. So I want to be able to speak to customers about these sizing and fabrics. If you got to stretch, if there's no give, those things make a big difference in us as women feeling good about ourselves. I think the third would be good vibes. Sounds cliche, but I'm big on energy and things like that. So I've created a space to where it's safe, it's non-judgmental, and it's good vibes. Even if a customer chooses not to purchase anything from myself, it's my hope that they leave with an extra boost of confidence and some pep in their step. Below you see some pictures from the boutique, and it just creates a very intimate setting to shop and feel good about yourself. Next slide, please. So my unique value proposition. So when I came up with the name of I Am Curvy Red, I was sitting and I was talking with a family member about it. And for me, it's all in the name. Today, people are big on manifesting. I'm people. I am is so much of ownership for me. I am my business, and I'm choosing to take my time to be the first hands at every part of my business. Curvy, I embrace my body, my flaws and all while working to maintain good health and encourage others to do the same. Red, y'all, I keep some red nails, a red lip for sure, if nothing else. It's so much more than color, though. It's audacious, it's gallant, and it's powerful. For me, I'm giving my customers myself. I am choosing to have good, positive energy when interacting and allowing them to be themselves and just take that next leap of faith in whatever it is they got going on. And a lot of times we got to look the part. You hear that often. So as I build my empire off of my experience in retail and modeling as a curvy plus woman, I am giving my customers me. Next slide, please. So competitors and marketing and target customers. So there's a few local boutiques that sell, again, some plus sizes, but no one solely focuses on just curvy plus. I get all the time from, smaller women like, oh, I want that my size. And while it's tempting and it's okay, sometimes I solely want to focus on the curvy plus. A lot of times I feel like we're discriminated against in many things, modeling, clothing. So I want to solely focus on giving my customers something that they can be proud of and they can feel good when in it. On a larger scale, I think we have Lane Bryant, and I think that's in like an Oakview Mall. And there is Torrid in West Rose Mall. But I'm moving on up, so they might have to move over. I am Curvy Red. We're here to serve the curvy, the plus, and those identifying as such. So come see me. We are available in the 9910 building, once again, North 48th Street, Omaha, Nebraska. And we have our website listed there as well. We're also on social media on Instagram and Facebook. Next slide, please. So how would I know I Am Curvy Red is successful? For me, it is seeing all my beautiful Roja beauties posting via social media or throughout the city. A lot of times I'm repping my brand all day long. So people are like, oh, you're the I Am Curvy Red woman, or, I get a chance to talk to them. In the orange here, we have Bree Parker, who's a local female boxer, and she came in just wanting to grab a few things. And I happened to have a couple of pair of heels in the back. She stepped in the heels, and your girl is giving face, body, and all of that. So I like to say that she definitely left feeling bold, beautiful, and confident. I had my friend Elisa. She was in Puerto Rico. She was flaunting her leopard dress. In the middle here, this was a therapist that I came across in a different state, and she chose to support me she bought for her mother, and she just really admired from the social media. Well, actually the website and social media, just everything looked really nice. So that was really good. And those are one of my favorite jeans, y'all. Those are like a cowgirl look. And she's giving body, like for sure. So that's how I'll know the returning customers and my customers feeling good about themselves. I can't hear you, Nikki.
Since we have just about 1 minute left, I'm not sure, Melinda, if we're able to play her video. If not, we'll go to the judges. And thank you for being patient with our tech.
No worries.
Hello. And Melinda, you're on mute.
Lord, y'all, so many buttons. Okay, wait. We're gonna do this one more time. I think I've gotten it fixed. All right, y'all tell me if you can hear it. Okay, let me share.
We've got 60 seconds to show it.
Hold on.
It wraps up pretty good.
Okay.
Hello to all the real hot beauties out there. I'm Tiara, the owner of I'm Curvy Red, and I want to take some time to show you guys where we're located exactly. Our address here is 9910 North 48th Street. We are in Studio 112 on the lower level. It's a beautiful building. Initially, I didn't want to do a brick and mortar, if you will. We started online, and things popped off, and of course, COVID happened. However, we were blessed with this beautiful space, and I want you to come see me. Come see me, be a part of this new era. So beautiful.
Awesome. Just wrapped it just in time. So perfect. So we now have 10 minutes to open it up to judges to ask any questions. So judges, I'll turn it over to you.
I'll go first. I'm a curvy woman and I love your branding. I absolutely love it. The pictures and everything, I like it. Quick question. Do you ever run into inventory issues? I know plus size clothing is not always available. And being a boutique, do you find yourself running into inventory issues, and what do you do to combat that?
So I do. Sometimes I take the L when I get products. So when I say I test it, I really do. So I'm putting it on this brown behind me and seeing how it fits. Sometimes there's very strict fabric, and I know when you have curves and you just bless from the Lord that it doesn't work. So I'll look at ways to either give them away, you know what I mean, for somebody that can fit them. And then there are other times to where there's women that are maybe more hippie and they're not too far out back. So those things might work, but I'm giving that information to my customers up front. And I personally just take the L if it's something that I can't sell, but I won't force that on anyone or lie.
All right, I'll go next. First of all, I want to say your brand is amazing. And I'm one of those small people that does not fit in your market. And I remember when you launched being like, gosh, I want all of that. And then it made me acknowledge that you are in the correct lane, because how many times have bigger girls said the same thing about something that, you know, a smaller person had on. So bravo, and bravo for being smart enough to stay in your lane and not trying to do the scatter effect.
Thank you.
First question is, what is your most successful marketing avenue right now? What do you use the most to get your word out?
So honestly, it's social media. You know, I'll be able to point them to my Instagram or Facebook or post something, and they're like, oh my gosh, they're DMing, they're going there. And I'm getting into more of the live. You ever see those hauls where they're trying on and doing all that? It's just time. You got to make that time to be committed to that. But I'm also looking to use some of my people to do that so that I could just speak to the product.
Awesome. And then last question, if you had to identify like your number one biggest obstacle, the thing that we could fix today and it would take a load off your shoulders, what would it be?
I think it would go back to inventory and cost. Unfortunately, once again, when you're a Curvy Plus woman, they want, oh, you need that extra? Well, we're going to charge you extra. So as an owner, I'm paying way more for products. If I'm focusing on the fabrics and sizing, I want to be sure that it's good. So we'll probably do that.
Awesome. Thank you. Congratulations.
We do have a question from the audience, and then I will go to Joanna. Question from the audience is, what range of sizes of clothes do you offer?
So we start from size 1X to 3X, and then sometimes I might get special sizes from 4X to 6X. Now, I always like to cover my bases and say size, it matters in certain areas, but not when it comes to clothing, because I have petite family members that can fit a 1X and something that might be stretchy. I have a sister that's taller, she's slim, and she fit a 1X jean that had a stretch to it. So I always tell people, I know what you said you are in size, but come in, try this on. I think this might work. So thank you for the question.
Okay. Awesome. Joanna, any questions from you? I want to give you that opportunity to ask if you have any.
Yeah, a lot of everyone else asked the questions I wanted answers to, but I did have one last question. You did a good job showing your growth and even the hiccups that you had along the way. And so now that you have a storefront, you're having this online presence, what does it look like 3 to 5 years from now with I'm Curvy Red?
What does that look like? Like, I'm gonna give everybody this. It's successful. It's already up there with the larger names. You know, I am the competition for the Lane Bryant, the Torrid. I used to model for Torrid. So they just got to get ready. Is that enough? I hope that answers it.
Awesome. And we do have 5 more minutes for questions. So judges, I'll turn it back over to you.
I don't have anything else. You did a great job.
Thank you. Oh, I do have accessories too. Accessories and shoes are for everyone. But when it comes to some of the shoes, I do try to look for the wide widths. That's important for us. And then the larger sizes. So 12 and 11. And even if I need to special order, that's something that I do for my customers.
Awesome. We do have another question from the audience. Who are your local competitors?
So just back to what I mentioned before, there aren't any that solely focus, to my knowledge, on just Curvy Plus. There's other boutiques that have plus sizes, but I don't think anyone's solely focusing on it. I think there has been some in our history, and I'm grateful for the path, but I don't think there's anyone that solely focuses on Curvy Plus.
Perfect. And then just for the judges' sake, could you clarify what the 1X, 2X, 3X, what that sizing, where that falls in a numerical sense?
So depending on who. So I would say a 1X is more so like a 14. They'll say like 14 to 16. A 2X would be your 18 to 20. A 3X would be like 20 to 22. And it depends on the clothes, because you'll even see in my store that I'll have the numbers as well as the 1X, 2X, 3X, but I'm able to kind of size that down with the website, or even put both.
Okay, perfect. Well, judges, one last chance. Any more questions? We do have 3 additional minutes, if you'd like.
No, I just want to go to the website and like shop for
Do one of these? Yeah.
Would you ever
appreciate it?
Joanna, we can just buy her out and get a tailor. We'll just get a tailor for it.
She needs to heal that foot so she can come model for me. And I'm not opposed to.
Would you ever consider undergarments?
Oh, absolutely. That's something that I definitely want to focus on, because I feel like that's a part of it. I'm not trying to be scattered in anything, but a good foundation covers our basis for everything when you're talking about your clothing. I pride myself on when I get fixed to, step on the scene. I can't wait for us to get back to that. So if y'all come to my wedding, I expect nothing less.
I'll be ready.
Perfect. Awesome. Well, I'm looking at time. Once again, last call for any questions. I don't see any more in the comments from our audience. So with that said, thank you so much, Tiara. Thank you for showing us I Am Curvy Red.
Yes,
Thank you for being patient with the technical issues.
No worries. Thank you, guys.
You.
Bye. Awesome. So we are now going to go to our last and final boss today. And that is, oh, sorry, my computer is like going crazy, tech issues. There we go. That is Miss Grace Newson Evans, and she is the owner and operator of Be Bonnie, Be Chic. And BBBC offers apparel that does not change anything about a woman's true essence, but instead makes it easier for her to intertwine with her style. Take it over, Grace.
Thank you so much. Hello, everyone. Again, my name is Grace Newson Evans. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I am the owner of Grace's Boutique, Be Bonnie, Be Chic, which is located here in Omaha, Nebraska at 144th West Maple Road. You can also find me online at bebonniebechic.com. A little bit about me. I am an Omaha native. I was raised here in Omaha, Nebraska, and I grew up in a family of 6, twin brother, mom, dad, younger and older sister. I graduated in 2001 from Omaha Central High School, and as a teen, I desired to become a hairstylist. But watching my father work in the industry for 20 plus years to provide for his family, I decided to go off to Xavier University of Louisiana for a couple years. I quickly realized I needed to change courses. I returned home to Omaha, worked various jobs, and had a beautiful baby girl. A few years, I realized I was not setting a good example for what I wanted to teach her, to follow her passion. I always heard the saying, whatever you can stand to do for free, that is your calling. That's your passion. That's the very thing you should follow. And today, I'm here to stand in that truth. I enrolled in cosmetology school in 2008, and I completed school in 2010. I then opened up shop at my current studio, which is where my dreams began to blossom and still do today. When I graduated from cosmetology school, I also met my husband, who inspired me to not only continue doing hair, but he saw my interest in fashion, and he encouraged me to use my fashion expertise to create passive income. Well, little did I know that the passive income would blossom into something more for me. It would become a vision alongside hair that would be more than what I ever could imagine. 3 problems I feel that for me, being a part of the beauty industry has allowed me the experience of being able to connect with all kinds of women with different life experiences, different career interests, different backgrounds, and different styles. I've had the privilege of hearing and learning what my clients desire and want to get out of their wardrobe, as well as being able to encourage them to be versatile with their looks by allowing for them to add to their everyday wardrobe, not necessarily to conform to what society's image imposes. Next slide, please. My boutique seeks to provide what I like to call the ACV. A stands for affordability, having unique and high quality products or styles at affordable prices. C stands for comfortability, soft fabrics, feminine and suitable for all body types. And V stands for versatility, all styles being interchangeable for any season and occasion. Next slide, please. Grace's Boutique, Be Bonnie, Be Chic, inspires a woman's ability to be stylish, versatile, and stand out effortlessly. Many clothing brands make suggestions to a woman on how she acts or who she should be. Some brands even attempt to give a woman an identity. Because my target audience is that modern chic woman who leads a busy life and seeks style and comfort, my customer, if she chooses, can take one piece and turn it from day to evening with little to no effort. Next slide, please. This next slide just represents my current customer base from age, location, to lifestyle. In my line of clothing, handbags, and accessories, I aim to change nothing about who my customer is, but only to enhance her true essence. Also, while keeping her comfortable, versatile, and not burning a hole in her pocketbook. The range of garments I provide makes it easy for a woman to intertwine with her style. She can confidently make apparel purchases or choices, knowing that she is still in control of what she wears. My competitors, who I like to consider my motivation in the world of fashion, would be other local fashion boutiques that carry a line of comfortable women's and young women's clothing at great prices, and as well online boutiques that cater to modern styles of comfortable clothing and also retail accessories and handbags. Next slide, please. When the pandemic struck in March of 2020, upon having to close my physical location, I realized I needed a new avenue for my customers to shop and to continue to grow with me in business. Be Bonnie Be Chic became an extension of Grace's boutique. I really wanted to somehow emphasize through the name of my online boutique what it feels that God has naturally blessed us to exude as women. That is class, beauty, sophistication, daintiness, greatness, cleverness, and style. Those are just some of the descriptive words that came to mind for me when choosing Be Bonnie Be Chic. And that is what I want for all women to feel when they have their shopping experiences with me. Outside of my boutique making money, I have successfully maintained a loyal following of customers. I have gained new customers by word of mouth, and I have also received great customer feedback. And I've been able to build relationships with customers and getting to know their likes and dislikes in fashion for them, which have impacted their shopping experiences with me every time. By knowing and understanding what my client likes and dislikes, I can make informed selection of my clothing, styles, colors, sizes, materials, etc. This has allowed for me to maintain interested and engaging customers. Next slide, please. This is my current cost structure. One of the graphs shows my expenses on a month-to-month basis, and then the next graph shows my earnings from the start of my business till current. And finally, I just want to say that I'm truly blessed and feel honored to have been chosen as one of the I Be Black Girl nonprofit organization recipients. And with any amount of this investment, I will use it to fully legitimize and protect Be Bonnie Be Chic. I would also like to continue furthering my online presence and as well having more events set up for community gatherings. And I would also like to continue providing a wide variety and comfortable styles, fabrics, and sizes. Thank you so much for your time.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Grace. Appreciate you so much. And the judges are coming back in. So judges, you will now have 10 minutes to ask more questions about Be Bonnie Be Chic.
Hello, I'll take the first questions. Good to see you, Grace.
You too, Ash.
Okay, so first question, and I'm sorry if you answered it and I didn't listen. Where did the name come from?
Yes.
Okay.
Be Bonnie Be Chic. So I was inspired. I created it after the pandemic started. And I realized Grace's Boutique is where my physical location started. And so the online Be Bonnie Be Chic, if you guys know the definition of Bonnie and chic, it means beautiful, classy, all the wonderful things that I feel like God has created us naturally to be as women. And so those are the things that I thought about. And I want for women to feel that, you know, when they shop with me, when they have their experiences with me. And so that's where I pulled that Be Bonnie.
Okay. Awesome. Love it. And one more question for you. If we could hit the solve button on what your number one obstacle is, what is that right now?
So right now I am a one-man's band. I take my photos, I set up my online website, I do my mailing, I do everything. And so just being able to have the experience to afford, you know, people to assist me, being able to have photography, being able to do a photo shoot, that would be a great help.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll go next, sorry. Where do you see the biggest growth in your online presence or your local presence?
Currently, my local presence, just because I've had it the longest. Okay. I've had my online store for about a year, so there's been great growth, and I'm still seeing growth in it. But currently, right now, it's my physical location.
Do you plan on scaling up?
Yes.
And if so, would you scale up locally or online?
I would like to do both. I would like to do both.
Awesome.
Okay, my only question, because everybody's so clever and already on the same page as me. What about your in-store services? So even kind of piggybacking off of Sabrina's question, you're offering styling, I heard, you're offering or consultations of some kind. How do you envision you scaling up for your physical locations and knowing what I Be Black Girl might be able to do for you? Like, what do you portray? How do you portray that coming about?
That's a great question. So I guess where I feel that I Be Black Girl can assist me with is just different social connections, you know, in the community. Being able to work alongside people who do have experience with maybe better location, being locally in the middle, you know, to service to more women. And yeah, just I think having that on hand experience with different people and different connections, I would say is that.
I guess I was also wondering, you know, as you grow, you said you would be able to do more photo shoots and build your, you know, online presence.
Mm-hmm.
How would you feel about having to step back from the styling and consulting, or would you want to do more of that in the next phase of your business?
That's a great question. Styling and consulting, that is my heart. But I think that also photo shoot will be a part of. I would have to maybe step away in order to be out there, in order to know the styling part of things, because I do believe that the photo shoot will help to build my online presence in order to bring and build the styling essence for me. Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Thank you.
Awesome. And it looks like we do have a question from the audience. Do you offer virtual styling?
People want to book you.
I'd like to piggyback on that. Do you take appointments for consulting?
I do take appointments for consulting. Yes, I do take appointments for consulting. I do not virtually style, do consulting online, but I do take appointments for you to come to my physical location for that.
Perfect. We also have another question from the audience. And how do you plan on delegating in order for you to scale up your business?
Well, I think that currently right now, I've actually scaled back from, you know, styling. I'm doing part-time styling in order to be able to try and focus on taking more photos for websites, having an online presence more. And I believe that it would help if I was able to have more assistance in helping with building my online presence. So I am currently working part-time in styling to try and help to build the online presence in order to scale.
Awesome. And it looks like we have about 5 more minutes. So judges, what other questions do you have?
I might have missed this. Do you sell shoes as well?
Yes, I do. I have just started to sell shoes, bags, accessories, yes, clothing, everything.
Okay. Awesome. Someone asked, are you, and that is not someone, Miss Melanie Gaskin, are you currently wearing an item you sell? And are your items versatile?
Thank you for asking. I am. And I love this piece. This is a very versatile piece. You can dress it up or dress it down by just with the zip up the shoulders and add some tennis shoes or sneakers.
Shoulders. Give us a shoulder or two. There we go. Okay.
So that is cute.
Thank you.
Awesome.
How has your presence in the beauty realm benefited your career in the fashion industry?
I would say I do hair. By doing hair as well, I've met a number of women, and just being able to speak with them personally about things that they want to get out of their wardrobe. I've been able to show women that it's not that hard. Sometimes we can make things difficult with fashion, but allowing for women to know that they can be comfortable and still feel fabulous and feel confident about what they have on, and just being a guidance as far as women being able to step out of their comfort zones, and trying new things, and not being afraid to. So.
Okay. We have time for one more question from the judges, if you do have one.
You've answered all my questions. Congratulations on your business.
Thank you
Awesome.
so much.
Well, perfect, Grace. Thank you so much. Judges, at this time, I'm going to ask that you actually log off and meet us in the Zoom room so that we can start delegations. For everyone else that's watching from home, just so you know what we're about to do, we're going to take a short break. The evaluators and I are going to go and deliberate. We will be coming back. I'm going to say, I would say come back to your computer at about 10 after 4, because these, just in case we come back early to make the announcements. And in the meanwhile, we will begin to deliberate. All right. Thank you so much to all our pitchers, and we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes.
See you in just a minute. All right, all right. Welcome back. Come on back in. Let me get Nikki here with me. Just want to say thank you again so much to our event sponsor, Spreetail, for helping make this happen, as well as our package sponsors, which collectively come to a package of about 70,000. Nikki, is that about right?
Yeah, when we think about all of our pitch events, we've had this is our last and final one. We're investing over $70,000 into Black women entrepreneur businesses.
Yes.
So, and I just want to take a pause just to thank our fabulous founder, who is in a room somewhere hiding, trying, she's working on giving up control. So bless her heart. Miss Ashley Spivey, she does the legwork to raise these funds for these organizations. So thank you so much, Ashley, for making it happen for these women. I also want to acknowledge that the evaluators had a hard go because all this pitch event here had some women, some dope women who had some committed customers showing up in the chat for them and just have amazing business models. So I do want to acknowledge that. Once again, as Melinda said, the money is just one thing, the prize package, so much more valuable. The way that these businesses are going to be invested in from a marketing perspective, they're getting that marketing support. They're going to learn how to build capital through online. They're going to help teach them how to make money online. They're also going to get business coaching from Equita. So they're going to be set up. So with no further ado, we only got a few minutes left. We might as well announce the winners. So I'm going to start with our second runner-up. This individual would win $1,000 in a capital investment in addition to the prize package. And that is Miss Charlotte Blackstone from Growl and Grace.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much for introducing us to your business.
Thank you for having
our runner-up and second place winner. This was tough. They were within points of each other. That is Grace Newsom Evans with Be Bonnie, Be Chic, winning $2,000 in addition to her prize package.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Did awesome. You better show them shoulders off, girl. I'm gonna get that shirt. I'm gonna get that top. Awesome. Thank you so much. And which means, with no further ado, our winner for lifestyle apparel. You know who she is, Miss Tiara O'Neill. I am Curvy Red, $5,000.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. This is awesome.
Awesome. Well, continue to be great. Thank you so much. And we'll be reaching out to each of you winners to let you know more about how to get into your prize package. As we wrap up, I do want to just quickly cover a few other things. One of our newest books of work that we talked about is our Take Action. And that the biggest thing that we have right now in front of us is the Bill LB 451 to really protect our natural hair in the workplace. Right now, you could be fired or put on performance management track because you wear the natural hair that grows out of your head as a Black woman. Ridiculous, right? And so right now in the legislature, they are working to vote on this natural hair protection for Black identifying women and any of those with textured hair, but primarily us, right? And so if you want to learn more about that, go to iblackgirl.com. Find out how you can support. Another thing that we're doing in our Take Action book of work is trying to really work to find ways that we can expand access to quality health care, especially in the maternal health services. I don't know how many of you know this, but giving birth is a traumatic experience in general for your body. For Black women, we are 3 times more likely to have some sort of medical intervention or potentially pass away through the childbirth process. Can't have that continue to happen. And so we will continue to advocate for this and bring information awareness to this subject. With that being said, don't forget about us. Even though this is our last pitch event, there's many ways to engage. Become a member. Go to iblackgirl.com. Get our merch. We're out here putting out merch. Become a philanthropist. Help us invest in other Black women and girl social organizations through IBBG Gives. There's so much. I can go on for days, but thank you so much for giving your afternoon. Thank you, Melinda, for hosting, and to our evaluators. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. And thank you, Women's Fund, for being a partner and rocking with us and keeping things rolling. So
yes, awesome. Y'all have a great day. and go be amazing.
Yes. Thank y'all. See ya.